Welcome to Clip Vault, where timeless stories from history and folklore come to life. Today, we bring you the captivating tale of Purun Bhagat, a story of fate, betrayal, and ultimate redemption from the medieval kingdom of Sialkot. In the heart of medieval Punjab, the city of Sialkot flourished under the noble rule of King Salwan. The kingdom prospered, its people content, yet the king's heart bore a burden, a deep sorrow that no riches or power could alleviate. King Salwan, mid-40s, dignified but weary, sits on his throne, surrounded by ministers and advisors. His queen, Ichur, early 30s, graceful but melancholic, stands by his side. Despite the grandeur around them, a somber mood hangs in the air. For years, King Salwan and Queen Ichur longed for a child, but the gods seemed deaf to their prayers. The camera focuses on the king and queen exchanging a glance filled with longing and unspoken sadness. The king and queen, dressed in simple attire, kneel before a grand temple. They offer prayers, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the setting sun. But after years of penance and devotion, their prayers were finally answered. As the couple prays, a soft wind blows, rustling the leaves and sending a gentle ripple through the water of a nearby pond. Queen Ichur lies in bed, exhausted but smiling, as she cradles a newborn baby. The baby, Purun, coos softly in her arms. King Salwan stands beside her, his face a mix of awe and joy. Ichur, he is our miracle, Salwan. Our Purun, Salwan. Our kingdom rejoices tonight. The camera pans out to show the palace lit up with celebration, the sounds of music and laughter filling the air. Celebrations are in full swing. The people of Sialkot dance and sing, while in the palace courtyard, a grand feast is laid out. Dancers perform, and musicians play vibrant tunes. Purun, now a few months old, is cradled by a nursemaid as the queen watches lovingly. But fate had other plans for the young prince. The joyous scene is interrupted by the sudden arrival of a group of astrologers, their faces grim. The head astrologer, an old man with a long white beard, steps forward. Astrologer, Your Majesty, we bring a grave warning. The stars foretell that the prince must not be seen by his parents for the first 12 years of his life, or calamity will befall the royal family. The king and queen exchange a troubled look, the weight of the prophecy sinking in. King Salwan paces the chamber, conflicted, while Queen Ichur sits by the window, clutching Purun tightly. Outside, the moon casts a pale light over the courtyard. Salwan, I cannot bear to send him away, Ichur. He is our only son. Ichur, but we must. For his safety, for the kingdom, we must obey the prophecy. She kisses Purun's forehead, her tears falling onto his small face. The baby stirs, sensing his mother's distress. Ichur, whispering, My sweet child, be safe, be strong. Salwan gently takes Purun from her arms, his own eyes filled with sorrow. The couple shares a final, heart-wrenching look as Salwan nods to the nursemaid, who steps forward to take the prince. A secluded monastery deep in the forest. Monks chant softly as they go about their duties. The nursemaid arrives with baby Purun, handing him over to the monks who will raise him in seclusion. And so, the young prince was sent away, to be raised in solitude by wise monks, far from the eyes of his loving parents. The camera lingers on the serene surroundings of the monastery as the monks take Purun inside. The years pass. Purun, now a young boy, learns from the monks, his face serene and focused as he meditates and studies ancient texts. He practices yoga, his body strong and flexible, his face reflecting the wisdom beyond his years. The seasons change. Snow covers the monastery, then melts into the vibrant greens of spring. Time passes swiftly. The grand gates of the palace swing open, revealing Purun, now 12 years old, standing tall and composed. He is escorted by the monks back to his parents. 12 long years passed, and the prince returned, a young man, wise beyond his years, with the radiance of one touched by the divine. The camera follows Purun as he walks through the palace, the servants bowing in respect. His serene expression contrasts with the growing anticipation of the reunion. Queen Itcher sits anxiously, her heart pounding as the doors slowly open to reveal Purin. She stands, her eyes wide with emotion. Itcher, my son. She rushes forward, embracing Purin tightly, tears streaming down her face. Purin returns the embrace, his own eyes filled with love and compassion.
Selwyn.
Our son has returned, Itcher. Our family is whole again. But as they share this moment, a figure watches from the shadows. Lunan, the king's new queen, mid-30s, beautiful, but with a cunning glint in her eyes. Lunan stands before a mirror, admiring herself, but her thoughts are clearly elsewhere. She recalls the moment she first saw Purin, his youthful beauty, his calm demeanor. Her eyes darken with desire. Narrator Theo. But the joy of reunion soon turned to tragedy as the king's new queen, Lunan, became captivated by the young prince's beauty. Lunan approaches Purin later, her intentions clear in her sultry gaze. Lunan, Prince Purin, your beauty is unmatched. Surely you see how fate has drawn us together. Purin, my queen, you are mistaken. I am your son by law, and I hold no desire for what is not righteous. Lunan's face contorts in anger as Purin gently but firmly rejects her advances. Lunan bursts into the throne room, her face streaked with tears, as she throws herself at the king's feet. Lunan sobbing, Your Majesty, Purin has dishonored me. He tried to take advantage of my trust. King Selwyn, shocked and enraged, stands from his throne. His eyes blaze with fury as he glares at Purin, who stands stoically before him.
Selwyn.
How dare you betray your own family? You are no son of mine. Guards, take him away and execute him at once. Purin remains calm, his eyes filled with sorrow but no fear, as the guard sees him. The guards lead Purin deep into the forest. The moonlight filters through the trees as they reach an old, abandoned well.
Guard.
Forgive us, Prince. We know you are innocent, but we must obey the king's orders. Purin nods in understanding, his hands still bound. The guards push him into the well, and his body disappears into the darkness below. Fate seemed cruel, but destiny had other plans. Inside the well, Purin lies unconscious but alive. Slowly, he stirs, wincing in pain. Above, the sounds of footsteps and chanting approach. A group of Nath Jogis, wandering ascetics, discovered the prince and saved him from the brink of death. A hand reaches down, and the camera follows as the Jogis, led by Guru Gorakhnath, a wise and powerful sage, pull Purin to safety. The hermitage of Guru Gorakhnath, high in the mountains, surrounded by clouds. Purin, now dressed in simple robes, kneels before the Guru, his eyes filled with gratitude. Guru Gorakhnath, your journey has only just begun, Purin. The world has forsaken you, but the path of enlightenment awaits. Purin, now a disciple, listens intently as the Guru imparts his wisdom. Purin undergoes rigorous training, meditating under waterfalls, practicing yoga, and mastering the ancient texts. He heals the sick, performs miracles, and gains followers, his reputation as a holy man spreading far and wide. Purin Bhagat, now a revered ascetic, returns to Sialkot. The city is in turmoil. Crops fail, and people suffer. But as soon as Purin steps foot in the royal gardens, the land begins to flourish. As Purin Bhagat returned to Sialkot, his presence brought peace and prosperity. The people spoke of the miraculous yogi who lived in the royal gardens. King Selwyn and Queen Itcher, now older and weary, enter the royal gardens, seeking the blessings of Purin Bhagat. They do not recognize their son, now a man of great spiritual power. Itcher, great yogi, we come to you in our time of need. Bless us with another child, for our hearts ache with sorrow. As Itcher bows and touches Purin's feet, she suddenly gasps, her eyes wide with recognition. Itcher, whispering, my son, Purin. King Selwyn, shocked, realizes the truth as well. He falls to his knees before Purin, tears streaming down his face. Selwyn, Forgive me, my son. I was blind, deceived by lies. Can you ever forgive your father? Puran, his face serene, lifts his father to his feet. Puran Bhagat. Father, I forgave you long ago. My heart holds no malice. The past is gone, and I have found peace in the path I now walk. The people of Sialkot gather as Puran Bhagat blesses the king and queen. The kingdom once again thrives under his divine influence. And so, the tale of Puran Bhagat teaches us about the power of forgiveness, the consequences of deceit, and the eternal triumph of truth and righteousness. As the camera pulls back, we see Puran Bhagat walking away from the palace, disappearing into the horizon as the sun sets, his figure becoming one with the landscape. Thank you for joining us at Clip Vault, where stories from the past continue to inspire. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary stories. Until next time, keep the stories alive.